social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A handoff left. Elliott spins past him. And now running right through him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Second down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
20, 180.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
We're going to 54. Wide in. We're going 47. 47. 26.
10th carry now for Allen. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here we go 46. Here we go 46. Here we go 46. 26. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Here we go 46. 26. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
I got you.
Now they try the right side here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. Here we go, 47.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas 1st down.
Get out. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. 26.
They'll give to Elliott running left. Spinning away. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
There we go, kill. Gun. Hey. 26. Here we go, 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Reuben Foster in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field. Here we go. 480.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Wide open receiver, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got three. Here we go. Hurry up.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
4 down. Check.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Go ahead.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Back now here in Santa Clara. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
21, 21. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. Maybe
a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and Angelo Hall.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now...
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
What do you need? Let's go.
Now Garoppolo. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Garoppolo looking very comfortable running this Niners offense. He's got a 1st and 10.
Three down. Twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Cowboys on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Fancy footwork at the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
4 down. Gun.
They'll set up to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
21. Here we go. 11.
Garoppolo looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
13.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
11.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey. We got 3. 21.
Garoppolo now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Niners, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-4.